Everybody, I'm back. It's Matt. You know who it is. And I have been gone for a while. So, as most of you know, Master Duel has been in a horrible, awful, unplayable state for the larger part of the year. And we recently got a ban list that I guess kind of finally addressed Maliss, sort of. I mean, it's still a playable deck. It's still the top tier deck of the format, despite losing one of its major Link 3 engine pieces. But we also got the release of a bunch of cool goodies, right? We got Trap Holic, right? That basically trap trick-esque trap card that is very synergistic and good in Labrynth decks. I mean, trap decks in general, really. We got a bunch of new goodies from Labrynth, some wallpapers, some fields or whatever, some collectible binder, whatever, a new artwork for Lady. We got a bunch of new cards. Specifically, the Odion cards are finally out in Master Duel. That's right, folks. And I was excited for this because I love the man with the mark. I love the Odion deck, the Apophis, as they sometimes call it, Tomb Keeper. I just call it Odion. Come on, let's be real, it's easier. And everyone called these Shizu cards back during the Tearlament days, right? Yeah, so now we have Odion. We are currently in the middle of a DC Cup, so this video will not be the rank climb from whatever rank to Master 1 where I inevitably belong, right? And actually, I think I started my climb from Silver, bottom of Silver this time, because I haven't been gone all that long. Well, I mean, I have been gone long, but it's been enough months that my rank degraded to Silver. So yeah, I have to climb from Silver now. But anyway, yeah, so the DC event is upon us, and there's 3,300 gems or plus whatever that I need to get through. And also, there's a dual pass that's expiring in 4 days, right? So I'm taking this opportunity while I can to farm as many gems as I can in the DC Cup events, and also farm as many rewards and gems and crafting material as I can from the dueling pass before it goes away. I know I said in my post that I'd be busy this week because I have a work deadline. That's true, although I'm making pretty good strides there, so I actually do have time to play. So yeah, so this video was an adventures of Odion. I'll come up with a catchy name later, but so I'm gonna show you one game. So in this video, you're gonna see one game from ranked, right? So during my climb that I thought was interesting, and the rest of the games will be all from the DC Cup, the Duelist Cup. Yeah, I haven't gotten to level 2 yet, but these are games that I've gone through level 1 of the Duelist Cup that I thought were interesting and worth saving the replay for. So in terms of my deck list, I'll go over that. I'll make a separate video for the profile once I finish both the Duelist Cup plus the rank climb. But for now, I'll probably, maybe if you're nice to me and patient, I'll probably post at some point at the end of this video. Maybe I'll timestamp it. Yeah, the list that I've been using for this climb, and a couple of explanations. Anyway, all right, so let's get into the first duel here. We have duel number 1, Odion versus Infernoid. Yeah, Infernoid. Yeah, not really sure what this deck's supposed to do. I just know that it's obnoxious. So let's get into that. I do win the coin toss here, and I will be going first. Notice the Eldritch coin that I have? Yeah, I got the Eldritch package as well. So let's normal summon Man with the Mark. This guy's our starter. You know what it is. Treasure of the Kings. Set Apophis. Set Verdict. This card is insanely good, by the way. This card is absolutely cracked. It's mandatory in the deck. Anyway, off the field, so we'll search the Scorpion. Banish Anubis. Grab Temple of the Kings. Let's go ahead and activate Serpent here. Let's go ahead and activate the second one. Make the Apophis, Divine Serpent Apophis. Reset those traps. The only thing I wish about this deck is I wish that this card was completely replaced by the field spell, as in, I wish the field spell allowed us to activate one trap for this turn of set, so that way we don't have to have this card at all. I mean, come on, like, Konami is known for making broken-ass field spells, and this field spell has 2 effects, but it could have the 3rd effect, which should be this Temple King's effect, which allows me to, at least the first part, activate 1 trap card turn of set. The 2nd effect is nobody cares, it's useless. So, anyway, yeah, so we're going to make Silhouette Hat Rabbit using Man and Scorpion. Silhouette Hat Rabbit is going to set the Statue of Anguish pattern here. Alright, so let's go over what we have. We have, how many interruptions? 1 back row pop, 1 generic pop, 1 spell trap negate with a board wipe, 2 negates, right, because this is a negate, and then this guy searches another negate. We obviously have Maxi in hand. Maxi is a broken card. And then Anguish Pattern can allow us to pop 3 cards, because 1 pop is 1 pop off Swamp Deity, and so on. So we have a full field, folks. You know how it is. So they went ahead and summoned something. I don't know much about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and Maxi, because it wants to, you know, he wants to like basically do a reasoning here. So blah 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 blah. Dump a bunch of cards. That's good. So just draw it to D-Shifter. D-Shifter is not live, unfortunately. So he summons this thing, which has an effect that destroys. It has a negate, and then it has a destroy all spell traps on the field. But we don't like that. So let's go ahead and negate this. So we lose chain 1, Apophis, the Swamp, chain 2, Statue. Statue summons first, and then this comes in, negates, and then this will get a pop on the new chain. Yeah, so let's just pop both of these guys. And then I'm going to immediately summon Apophis so I can get a second Swamp Deity here. And then he's going to banish 3 more cards. Summon this guy. That gets him another draw. I'm going to go ahead and... Yes, I am running the Cashier engine. More on that later. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and negate that. Pop. Now he's out of cards. Yeah. He went battle phase. Oh, you're going to threaten evenly? I have a new Verdict of Anubis, so evenly matched. Literally can't do anything here. Yeah, there you go. Easy game, easy life. I don't really know what Infernoid does in Infernoid, but it sucks. Anyway, duel number 2. Oh, I guess I don't know what deck they have yet because it's Duelist Cup. So we'll talk about their deck later. But the idea behind the Cashier's cards is we basically the Odion deck is very inconsistent. We don't have access to 3 pot cards because of the ban list, and we don't have access to Terraforming. So basically, I replaced those with like Cashier engine. Because Kashtira are bodies that can go into Silhouette Hat Rabbit. Also, Kashtira Unicorn is insanely good in this format, which I will show you why soon. But anyway, so we do hard draw a 1-of copy of Extrav here. I could change Shifter, but I don't. The reason I don't is because Anubis must go to the graveyard to search. I mean, I didn't know I was gonna top deck the man, right? So if I Shifter, I effectively, unless I draw into engine, I effectively had no engine. So I basically hold up, I do not Shifter. So I do get Anubis into the man into treasures. Treasures set Apophis, set Anubis, draw Merciless Scorpion. To get Merciless Scorpion off the temple, or treasures, get the temple. So let's go ahead and summon this guy. Summon this guy, make the Divine Serpents, reset these. Silhouette Hat Rabbit makes the Statue of Anguish pattern. Same board as last game. Yeah, so I have a bunch of follow-up. Well, battle phase, evenly matched. Lucky for me, I have a Verdict of Anubis, so goodbye. No evenly matched for you. A Dark Corridor, so it's a Dark World deck. I will allow this. Okay, so there is Snow. Snow will go ahead and search Rainbow. So he's going to use Dark World Accession. I'm going to negate that. He's going to just reset, grab this card, discard a card. He's going to get his Silva. Gets the gates. So as soon as he uses gate, I'm gonna activate Anguish Pattern, and then Hat Rabbit is gonna pop gates. So no gates for you. Now he's gonna summon Lacrima, normal summon Lacrima. I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. So let's do that. All right, so that's another pop, and then he sets and passes. So activate the field spell. He's gonna go ahead and do a fusion here into Grapha, the Overlord. I'm gonna get the man with the mark, and then he's gonna use Grapha to pop the field spell, which is fine. So let's make Link Spider, and then let's make Little Knight. Little Knight attempt to banish Grapha. He's basically forced to chain. Okay, so he's gonna need, pop. So let's go ahead and. So this guy goes. That guy goes. Yeah. So I used the Little Knight second effect to get rid of Grapha. Right. My goal here is to OTK. So I have to put 2 cards back. I put back D Shifter and Man. This Grapha comes back. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some normal man, activate treasures, set, activate. Yeah, so the fact that he got rid of my field spell doesn't matter. Let's set this, activate. So we get a pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Goodbye. Get fucked. Easy game, easy life. Yeah, so that was Odion versus Dark World. We'll still be playing Dark World. Alright, duel number 3. Let's get into this. I do go first. Alright, so we're gonna summon Unicorn. So here's another reason why the Cashier engine is really good, right? So by putting out Unicorn, like the Cashier package is just easy fucking hand trap bait, right? Because he's imperming Unicorn, he's not gonna imperm Man with a mark, right? Or at least not with this imperm. So now that with this imperm's on, I'm gonna normal summon Man, and then he's I'm gonna grab. See, so I literally full engine because I baited his imperm onto Unicorn. Yeah. So let's get the field spell. Yeah, this is so easy. Go bait. Yeah, I want to keep Unicorn on field for next turn because I want to banish their extra deck, right? But there's Anguish Pattern, and then here's I'll set evenly matched. So, Crimson Gaia. Okay, so I'm gonna immediately activate Statue, and then on summon, Still Hat Rabbit will pop Crimson Gaia. So here's Centurion Primera. So Unicorn is gonna banish Crimson Dragon. The reason I do Crimson Dragon is because it's in a it shuts off like a third of their extra deck, right? Because they can't summon some of their level 12s without Crimson Dragon, and it's a 1-of. Red Rising Dragon, they had multiple copies of Red Rising Dragon in their extra deck, so there's no point in me banishing it since they can just go to their second copy. So I figure Crimson Dragon, just, get that out of the way. That cuts off 1/3 of their extra deck, right? So they're going to summon this guy. I'm going to go ahead and summon Apophis Serpent, set another guy, and then we're going to go ahead and pop that. So no Bone Archfiend for you. The battle phase, they're going to attack Rabbit, they can't kill it. And the main phase, we're going to negate this, but the main point of this was to pop that. But also, I want to set up for having Apophis, Divine Serpent Apophis on my next turn. Yeah, so now I can make Divine Serpent, because I have both of them out, both of the names. Yeah, so I'm going to attempt to search Birth. Oh look, he Veilers Unicorn, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Cashier engine is literally just fucking hand trap magnets. So far this duel, I've eaten both a Veiler and a Imperm with a single fucking Unicorn. That's so crazy. He's like, alright, cool. I don't get Birth, but cool, I'm just gonna get Anubis. Anubis is gonna get Man, normal Man, get Verdict. This is so over. And then I draw 2 off Tactics, because there's no point in taking control of their things, right? Attack. 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 Main 2. Let's Let's make this guy and set these two things. Yeah. This game is Giga Ogre. It's so ogre. Yeah, he just surrenders. Like literally nothing they can do, right? Yeah. That was Red Dragon Centur-ION, I guess is the name of that deck. Alright, duel number 4. Oh, I'm pretty sure I remember this duel. This is Odion versus Azamina White Forest. And I go second, by the way. Alright. So I have no hand traps, but I have a couple board breakers. Yeah, I'm playing board breaker Odion because hand traps are cringe and soy. Only losers will run hand traps. Real Giga Chads run board breakers. Yeah. So basically, he's gonna pop off and do whatever he wants. And just an FYI, while he's doing his thing, I just want to show you my extra deck here. And check out this card I have right here, called Predaplant 5 feet over Rotom. Requires 3 dark monsters on the field. Let's see if he will put 3 dark monsters on the field. The answer may shock you. But yeah, dark monster number 1, we have Ryzeal Lago, okay. Yep. Okay, here's a dark monster. 2 dark monsters, Silva and Saint Azamina. Alright, cool. There's already 3 dark monsters. 4 dark monsters. Okay, but Burrow the Floor doesn't matter. The cool thing about this guy is theoretically, where is he at? I can super poly all 3 of these dark monsters, and since he has 3,000, he can't respond with Barone. By the way, Barone's still legal, FYI, fucking Master Duel. But this guy has 3,000 attacks, so I can literally run over Barone. So super poly is already going to clear his entire board, FYI. He's going to do some other stuff, okay? Yep. Chaos Angel. Not sure what the point of that was, but okay. Alright, so let's Special Unicorn and Super Poly. Discard the trap because it's not going to do anything for us right now. So we actually leave the Sylvia because it can easily be run over by any of these monsters I have, right? So now he's gonna put a thing in defense mode, okay? Alright, so now I'm gonna use Unicorn Effect, and then they use this to negate it. Okay, so cool. So Sylvia left the field on its own. So now I'm gonna just again. What did I say about Cashier cards baiting interruptions? It's so fucking free. Like, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attempt to get my birth. Negates it. This one unicorn literally baited 2 fucking negates. That's so crazy. Let's go ahead and grab the verdict. Oh, they're gonna droll me. Okay, so that's annoying. I still get to set this guy. Tactics. Let's go ahead and I actually want to place this guy back. I don't want to take Barone. I'll explain why in a bit. Well, first of all, it has no negates, right? And also I can deal with Barone easily myself, right? But yeah, I don't want him to have follow up, so I'm gonna put his card back in his hand. Now I'm gonna make Typhon, and let's go ahead and bounce Barone. Yeah, so there you go, and then swing for 29. So I have. So now I'm going into his turn. Most of his bullshit is in the graveyard. I have a spell trap negate. I have a omni on field negate, and then I have obviously the floodgate, which stops 3,000 monsters, right? So I immediately use Serpents and put out a Swamp Deity. So they're gonna recycle this guy. Okay, cool. They're gonna use this. I'm gonna go ahead and verdict this. So let's say no to that. And then yeah, nothing they can do because I have an additional negate. So yeah, they're just gonna scoop. That was going second against White Force Azamina, one of the most fucking obnoxious decks you can imagine in the format. I still can't believe Barone is legal, but whatever. Yeah, and then I went second, broke the board. Who would win? A full White Force Azamina board or one Super Poly Unicorn Boy combo, right? Like Super Poly and Unicorn was literally all I needed. So funny. All right, rule number 5. This is 9 turns. I don't recall what happens here. 9 turns. Um, 9-turn duel. Is this the this might be the Six Samurai player that I go up against. Oh yeah, this is the Six Samurai matchup. Yeah. So no, see, like again, because we don't have access to Terraform, we don't have access to pot cards. You really sometimes just don't see Odion engine. So sometimes you just need good old Cashier engine, right? So let's summon Fenrir, grab Unicorn. They're gonna draw. That's fine. Birth, normal Unicorn, and then set 2 Imper. Yeah. So I have 2 banishes and then 2 negates and a graveyard banish. Not bad. So they're gonna summon Barrel. I'm gonna go ahead and again, I don't know what deck they're running, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm assuming they're Blue Eyes because I've only ever seen Primate Blue Eyes, right? Yeah, so I chained these 2, banish that. I don't want him to go into the Blue Eyes Link 1. Then I found out, oh, they're a 6 Samurai deck. So I banish, yeah, they have a bunch of Synchros in their deck. I banish the Stardust Synchro Dragon because they have multiple copies of the 6 Samurai Shien one. Okay, I misplayed this game. I'm not used to going against 6 Samurai. Okay, Shien Smoke Signal, cool. Still no engine, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab another Unicorn and normal summon. So this time we do banish Shien. The reason for that is because they have 2 of them in extra deck. So if I banish one on my turn and then they use a monster effect, I banish one on their turn, they won't have access to this guy anymore. This guy's like really strong. Yeah, so let's go make Rabbit. Rabbit's gonna set. He's gonna imperm my Rabbit, which is gonna negate Birth, unfortunately. Yeah, so I can't revive my Fenrir. Very sad. And I can't set. So I'm gonna imperm this guy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and rip out Barone. Because it's a 1-of. Yeah, so now I'm gonna use Birth to banish 3 6 Samurai cards from their graveyard. And they're gonna make this guy. So honestly, in retrospect, I honestly should have banished this guy. It was a 1-of in his extra deck. For some reason, I was just more like not wanting to deal with Barone, right? And plus, I figured, you know, he had the Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Like, it can help him extend really hard, especially because he has a level 2 tuner. So I just figured, let me just get rid of those. But honestly, I should have just, instead of banishing this guy face, I should have banished this guy. Why? Because this guy is a monster negate. This guy's a spell trap negate. Spell trap negates are honestly more annoying against my deck. So, yeah, that was a misplay. It's fine. I'm still going to end up winning. So there's Treasures of the Kings. Obviously, I can't, it would get negated if I use treasures. Battle phase. I'm going to attempt to banish this guy. He's going to negate. Yeah, so I don't know why I did this, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and attack this. Take these 2. Make Scylla Hat Rabbit. Set Apophis Serpent. This is another misplay. I go to Sky Crisis and I bounce this guy back. What I should have done was I should have taken. I should have killed this guy and then bounced this guy back because. Yeah. I forget why, because he can just resummon it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and set another one. So yeah, he's gonna use this annoying card here. Yeah, so he resummons the spell trap negate. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I should have just banished this card off Unicorn. So I mean, I still win, but like I made the duel longer, right? Also, I like an idiot. I forgot that this guy is down to 2400 instead of 29. Yeah, so I literally did not pay attention and like just crashed into it. Yeah, I'm really fucking dumb. Again, it's not gonna matter, as you'll soon see. make Little Knight. Okay. Evenly match. All right, so let's go ahead and make Sky Crisis. And yes, I run 2 of these motherfuckers because this guy's so good. Look at this, bam! I just kill him off life points, lol. Yeah, so I definitely made my life a lot easier by not banishing the level 5 synchro. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I should have just done it. Honestly, like I needed more spell trap effects than I needed monster effects. Plus like my monster effects are like the Cashier monsters. They can literally be brought back by birth, right? So I might as well have done that. Duel number 6. Don't recall what this opponent was, but yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure where the choke point of 6 Samurai is, but in retrospect, I will next time banish the spell trap negator. So I'm going second here. Oh, oh, I remember this for this duel. So he plays this, which is hilarious. And then he's gonna wannabe excavate for Dinomorphia card. So I know he has a Dinomorphia deck. So this is the monster negate. Okay. So I'm gonna immediately Fualos because I assume that his other trap is probably Frenzy or Domain. I just want to get a draw off of it, right? So I attempt to go to battle phase. He immediately does Domain. Summons Kentagrina, which gives me a draw. Thank you. Oh look, man. And then he summons Rexterm. And then I draw again. Cool. So I draw Anubis and man. How nice. Battle phase evenly. But now he just has a lone Rexterm boy. So let's go ahead and Last Judge into man. Into treasures. Yeah, so this guy's a floodgate, but only if my life points, if my monsters are higher attack, equal or higher attack. So this is 1,000 attack. He has 2,000 life points. Fine. So I'm gonna set Apophis. Set 2. By the way, read what this card says. Something, something, negate a thing, something, something. Then, if you control simultaneously, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls spot. Then inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the total original attack of those destroyed monsters. So if he goes to 1,500 life points or lower, I can literally burn him for game, by the way. Let's go ahead and summon Scorpion, Silhouette Rabbit into set. So he's going to have his life points so that I can't use monster effects. Guess what? He's now at 1,000. So all he has to do is activate any spell trap and I win the game. This card just fucks Dinomorphia so hard. There's literally nothing they can do. Alright, so end phase, yo, be a deer and activate a spell card for me. Oh, Fossil Dig, you don't say. Negate, pop, burn. GG. Oh man, this is so funny. Dinomorphia. Imagine playing Dinomorphia in current year. Like, just a strictly worst trap deck. Oh man. Alright, that was fun. Duel number 7. I believe this is actually Odion versus Dark Magician. Based on the icon I see for this guy. I do play, well, is it? I do play a Dark Magician deck. I don't know if I saved the replay, but at some point I do play, no, it's not this one actually. So, I immediately, Unicorn, and he immediately activates Perulia, which is the hand draw, right? So, okay. Basically, he's only going to draw once because normal summon man with a mark, right? So, let's get our, so I look at his extra deck and I notice that he has, that he is a Ancient Gear player. So, he has a bunch of copies of Ancient Gear shit. So I just banished Verdant Icon because it's a one of, right? So, this is the only one of in his extra deck. Everything else is like Ancient Gear stuff. So when I just find out he's Ancient Gear, I immediately shifter. I'm like, you know what? I have treasures. I can actually play on the shifter here. Let's get Birth. Set. I don't even need Anubis here. So set and perm. Get this guy. Normal summon. Now he's gonna Wallows. Okay. But then I'm just gonna activate Verdict. Activate Birth, and now set Verdict. Right. Yeah. So now I have a pretty good. He has to play under shifter. Good luck with that. So I immediately summon this guy. He's going to Lightning Storm me. I'm going to negate that. Okay, so no Lightning Storm. Goodbye. He activates this card, which is really annoying. I didn't read it properly, but it says, during the turn there's normal special. Opponent cannot target Ancient Gear monster cards with effects, and they cannot be destroyed. And then your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the activation. So that's really annoying. So I can't imperm this. I can't do anything here. I can't even unicorn at the moment. It's really annoying. Well, now I can unicorn. So I banish Little Knight. This is the only other one of his extra deck. The rest is all Ancient Gear fusions, right? So Ancient Gear Duel. So he's gonna make Ballista. He's gonna grab the Gear Town. Gear Town is not immune because it's not an Ancient Gear card. So honestly, this is the only time I can actually use Verdict. So I'm just gonna use it because, like, when else am I gonna use it, right? And I negate that, but unfortunately I cannot pop the Ballista. So he's gonna pop this and then put Unicorn to 0 attack. Okay. He's gonna tribute this to draw a card. Heavy Storm. Okay. Guess what, folks? Heavy Storm doesn't destroy my Temple or the Apophis cards because this guy says while Temple of the King is on the field, the monsters and the cards cannot be destroyed, right? And this card says my man can't be destroyed. Yeah, so he just goes to end phase. Yeah, this game's over. It's so over. So let's grab a man. I was gonna summon Scorpion and attack for game. Yeah, this is enough to attack for game, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Easy game, easy life. Yeah, so that was Odion versus Ancient Gear. Duel number 8. Forgot what they are. Do I shifter? I don't think I do, yeah. Pressured Planet Unicorn. He's gonna imperm the Unicorn. See? What'd I say about feeding hand traps? Alright, so let's go get our Anubis. Anubis, he's gonna second imperm, that's unfortunate. Lucky for me, I have 2 negates, right? And plus the Unicorn extra deck rip. So let's see what happens. Ah, it's a Tenpai. Okay. So they're gonna activate this, and then I'm gonna activate Unicorn to rip from their extra deck. So they're gonna chain Droplet, sending Ash Blossom. Okay. And then I'm gonna chain the Apophis. So I'm gonna negate Droplet, and then I'm gonna set a second one. So then Unicorn will resolve, and look what I rip. The one of Synchro 10. Yeah, this is the guy that basically like makes OTK easier, right? And like also prevents me from doing anything in battle phase. So yeah, there was a one of. The Synchro 7 is not a one of. So I love going to the Synchro 7 immediately, and when they summon it, I immediately negate this guy. So yeah, he's basically completely cooked. He can't do anything. He can't OTK. Yeah, he just loses. Get good. Honestly, if I de-shivered him, he couldn't play either, but I wanted to man. Tenpai. Imagine playing Tenpai in current year. Well, number 9. You go first. Judge, Anubis into man. I wish there were. I wish this Odion deck had a few more engine, like good searchable engine pieces. I feel like a lot of times, because Anubis only searches man, right? Add 1 man with them. Yeah, it only searches man. And then I use the field spell. If I already have Scorpion, like basically I run out of searches easily, right? For example, here I already have Temple, so there's nothing good for this guy to search, so I just get treasures, like a second copy of treasures. I wish there was like one more good spell or something. Or I wish that Scorpion could search the fucking Verdict Trap. Anyway. Yeah, so let's do this. Yeah, we have 3 negates, right? And then several pops. Feather Duster. Serpent Chain Deity, negate that. We don't even need to play Lord in this deck. You can play Lord, because you can technically make Gallant Granite, but I'd rather just do other things. I don't need Lord. They're gonna Super Poly, Ditch Fualos, make Garura, okay. Oh, I remember, the Abyss Actor guy, yeah. So he activates this. So I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. negate that, and then on new chain, I get a double pop. Pop back row and then pop the Garura. You're gonna super poly again. Okay. Dragon. Okay. Battle does nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so they just had a bunch of breakers and engine. So let's get last judge again. You see what I mean? Like, we just run out of things to search. But anyway. Yeah, I get verdict and he knows he's cooked. Like, there's nothing to do at this point. Duel number 10. I wonder if this is the Ryzeal player that I play against. I do play against a funny Ryzeal player. Yep, this is the one. This is exactly the duel. I'm going second against Onomat Ryzeal. So I haven't evenly matched, and that's pretty much all I need because Ryzeal doesn't, like, Onomat Ryzeal does not put up a spell trap negate. They just put up a bunch of monster negates and pops, right? So they can pop off all they want. I don't care. Who would win? A full Onomat Ryzeal board or one evenly boy? Let's find out. This will be hilarious. Flame Banshee, okay. Into Ice, okay. Topic features Exel. Oh wow, he made Rafflesia. That's crazy. Anti-Nibiru tech. Okay, Cross. Wow, that's so many cards. Wow, Duo Drive. He's gonna resolve Duo Drive and search 2 cards. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Ryzeal Detonator. 3 materials, 4 materials, 4 material detonator. Wow, that's really cool. So he has 4 pops, a monster negate, another monster negate via Rafflesia, a take control of, and then like whatever this back row is. I don't really care. Yeah, so battle phase evenly. Yeah, so his entire board gets wiped, and he sits on the Ryzeal Detonator, which is the correct thing to do. But I go ahead and special Unicorn, and I just make Typhon straight up, and then I bounce Ryzeal Detonator. Yeah. So and then I pass. That's all I did. That's all she wrote, folks. Yeah, look at all this stuff in the graveyard. Like, it's so funny. Okay, Dodo the Warrior. Yep. Sky Blaster. I love Evenly Match. It's such a good card. Alright, Eclipse Twins is gonna do something. Okay. Cool. Cool. So let's go ahead and activate Birth. They're gonna max C. Oh, that's fine. They're just gonna scoop. They know they're cooked. Also, by drawing the second Serpent, my verdict is now live, right? So I'm gonna like use Unicorn to take out their dude, right? I'm gonna like probably rip Detonator, right? Because Eclipse Twins effect is activated, and I Unicorn rip Detonator, and then on his turn I rip the second Detonator, right? And then I have 2 negates and then the verdict. Yeah, so yeah, he's cooked. Nothing he can do. Easy game, easy life. Duel number 11. We have I don't know, Odion versus something. Oh, I remember this duel, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember this duel. So they're gonna go ahead and ash this. Well, actually, tactics and do a hand rip. So they have tracked Mitsurugi Mirror and Ghost Spell. Yeah, so this is a Mitsu, Fiendsmith Mitsu, right? So the reason I rip this guy out of the hand is because this guy's a starter, right? Because he can search whatever on a normal summon. This can only ritual summon hand or graveyard. He doesn't have ritual monster. This is a brick. This does nothing, and this is a like full Fiendsmith. But it doesn't matter that it's full Fiendsmith because I have Unicorn that can literally rip Requiem from his extra deck, right? This is why Unicorn is so good this format. So Birth, yeah, literally pass on Unicorn Birth, and then obviously Maxine hand is like cracked, right? So he tracks, summons Luri, discards Luri. I Birth to attempt to Luri effect, chain Birth, attempt to. So if I banish history, he doesn't have Luri, and then he can't fuse, right? And then he's gonna Ghost Belt to negate Birth, that's fine. And then I chain Maxi because Luri's gonna revive, right? So there's the Luri. And now Unicorn is gonna rip Requiem. So no Requiem for you, and he just scoops. Yeah. And he has no follow because he probably just drew Brick, right? Like, what is he gonna do with a low Luri? Nothing. This is why Unicorn is so good in this format. You literally just win games by just removing key monsters from the opponent's extra deck. It's so fucking cracked. Going second here. Oh, I remember this duel. This is Odion versus I want to say like Red Eyes. I think I'm against a Red Eyes player, like Red Eyes Metalmorph player. Yeah, so I go second. Also, look at this beautiful hand. The Fua and Maxi. So basically, I Fua to bait Ash, chain Maxi, right? Or to bait Kalbai / Ash. It's so good. There's a Unicorn. Okay, Birth, that's fine. The cool thing is, I don't care about Unicorn because my extra deck is like mostly duplicates with like just one of Super Poly targets, right? So he normal summons Black Metal Dragon. I immediately Fua. Any response? No response? Maxi, baby, let's go. He's gonna rip Secretarion Dragon from my, I don't know what the point of that is, but draw 2. Nice. Draw. Draw. Oh look, a second Fua. Now it's a draw 3, motherfucker. Let's go. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. The cool thing about Fua is they can't force me to deck out because people forget that Fua has a second effect. At the end of phase, I have to put cards back in my deck if I have too many in my hand, right? It's the number of opponent's cards plus 6. There's Max Metalmorph. There's this guy. Yeah, draw. Okay. So I have to put back 2 cards. I put back a duplicate Unicorn and a Serpent. That's fine. So, hilariously, I do not draw a single evenly matched. And the Shifter is obviously dead. So on draw phase, I immediately third Fua because I know that a Hieratic can basically, summon from a deck. And then the Max Metalmorph, which he set face down. Where is it? Max Metalmorph. Where is Max Metalmorph? I swear I set it face down. This guy, yeah. Specials from deck, so I'm gonna imperm the Hieratic Seal because I want to force this out. The reason I do this because Super Poly is gonna fuse away their darks, right? That forces him to chain Hieratic Seal, and he's gonna chain Max Metalmorph immediately. Okay. Unicorn. Before he can rip, I'm actually gonna Super Poly here. This is D-Shifter, and basically make a Mud Dragon. So the reason I do Super Poly here is because there's a chance that he might have ripped my this guy, right? So the assumption is whatever he summons off Hieratic Seal is a Dark Dragon, is a Dark monster, and then I could have Super Poly 3 monsters. But in case he Unicorn rips this, like, I don't know. I don't want him to be playing around it, right? So he summons Magnum, that's fine. So I immediately use Mud Dragon to chain him into Earth. So now none of my Earth monsters can be targeted, and guess what? This guy's Earth, and then Man is Earth, right? Alright, so let's do Anubis, get Man, Field Spell, search Anubis, summon Scorpion, summon Man. He's gonna Droplet. That's fine. Let's make Rabbit. Set this guy. Temple of the Kings. So we're gonna go ahead and activate Apophis. Set Swamp Deity. That's gonna negate this guy. Let's make this guy. And then I summon back Anubis, the Last Judge, because I have 3 traps in my graveyard, right? So this should be enough to OTK, as you'll soon see. Kill this guy. 15, 19, 20, 13. So where's the last bit of damage? Super Poly, baby. Yeah, and then swing for game. Yeah, and that's another reason Super Poly is really good. It's very easy for you to Super Poly your own monsters into either Mudragon or Garura or like Divine Serpent, and then like to get that last bit of damage for the OTK, right? So yeah. Anyway, Odion best deck, but let's. All right, continuing on with duel number 13. At the point of this recording, I think I've hit duel level 18. So starting from the first level, I'm now at duel level 18, so very close to 20. Probably not gonna do the second level, but anyway, I do go first, I believe. So we're gonna go ahead and pot of Extrav. We have a very good opening hand. Even if he ashes this, it doesn't matter. The only thing that would be annoying is if he drolls, but if he drolls, treasures into setting a Apophis is not the end of the world. So there's the Ash, that's fine. Alright, so always open with your cash tier engines, because again, this is the hand trap eater, right? You're gonna max C, okay? Summon, I'll give him the draw. Normal man, get Verdict. Birth, get Scorpion. So yeah, I stopped my combo short here because I don't want to give him draws off max C, but let's just go over what we have so far, right? I mean, this is a pretty good, board. We have, obviously, Unicorn to banish, rip an extra deck. The Birth, banish 3 from the graveyard. We have, Verdict, which is an Omni Negate, or sorry, Spell Trap Negate, that blows up their board. We have, Negate, and then we have an Evenly Match, just in case they go into battle and, like, whatever. So they're gonna imperm the Cashier Unicorn, that's fine. We're just gonna chain this, we're not gonna Verdict or anything. I just want to get my Negate ready. So they're gonna Sky Striker, Mecha, Widow Anchor on the man. Okay, I don't understand that. Anyway, I'm gonna set Apophis here. Oh yeah, this is Sky Striker player. So normal summon Ray, attack into man. Okay, then go into Hayate, attack. There's the engage, right? So they're gonna go Kagari. I'm gonna go ahead and negate the Kagari here. They're gonna chain strike, and then they're gonna do this. Okay. So I'm holding on to Verdict, basically because I want to nuke their board, right? Also, Birth is gonna give me the ability to banish stuff from their graveyard. So I'm gonna go ahead and negate this guy. I don't really know what it does. He gets engaged back. That's fine. I'm gonna go into Azala. Azala's gonna pop Birth. Okay. So I don't get to Birth, but that doesn't matter. Because now that they engage, I'm just gonna Verdict. So no engage for you. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they really didn't want Cashier Birth to go off. Honestly, I probably should have activated. I could have activated after he used the quick play, but I wanted to wait until the engage wasn't until something wasn't great. I forgot exactly what I was waiting for, but yeah, I could have used it right after that, but I was holding off on it basically. It honestly didn't matter. Yeah, yeah, banishing Ray, banishing engage would have been super clutch. So yeah, that was Sky Striker. Duel number 14. Yeah, Cashier's Birth is extremely good against Sky Striker. Cashier is just good in this format, period, right? Alright, so they are going first. I have an insanely cracked hand. So there's the backjack. Before they link, I'm going to Fualos. And that's going to cause them to set pass. So they're not going to go in. It's very weird, right? Because, honestly, they'd be giving me one draw in order to excavate the top of their deck and set up a trap of their choice from the top. I feel like that's just better than not giving your opponent a draw, don't you? Like, I feel like giving your opponent a draw is a very worthwhile trade-off there, but for whatever reason, he didn't seem to think so. All right, cool. Okay, battle phase evenly. So yeah, so see, they ended up. Imagine if Backjack was in the graveyard, he would be able to set a trap from his deck right now. Like, I don't understand why some people are so afraid to play into like Fualos or Maxi. Like, giving one draw to get one interruption is typically not bad, right? what did I draw? I drew just this guy, which didn't even matter, right? So I'm gonna put Imperm here, and I'm gonna set, yeah. So base Anubis is live, right? Because I have 3 other spell traps, and then this is face up here. So end phase. Let's see what they do. I assume I'm against a lab player. Yeah, there's the butler. He's gonna special summon the lady. That's interesting choice. They're gonna attack. That's fine. Yeah, the reason I don't use this guy is because I want Verdict to be live. If I summon this guy, she attacks over, and then Verdict is not live anymore, right? So let's go ahead and get a pot draw. So they're gonna draw me. That's fine. I'm gonna summon Unicorn. I don't know why I summon Unicorn when I'm under draw. I honestly should have held it. I think I just want a body. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna set Apophis. So yeah, at this point, like, the game is over. There's no combination of 2 cards that they could have and possibly draw that could possibly beat this board at this point. But it just isn't, right? Battle, okay. I'll take 500. That's fine. So now on end phase, I'm gonna summon this guy. He's gonna Dominus Impulse, and I'm gonna Verdict to negate this. Because he actually doesn't have a trap, so he would not pop, it would stay here. That's even worse. But I just want to get another negate. So I have 2 negates now, and they have nothing, right? Like, what are these 2 cards going to do against it? These are untargetable negates, right? Yeah, this game is so over. So I'm going to go ahead and get Anubis. Send Anubis to get man. I'm going to try to negate Lady. He's going to Karma Cannon. I'm going to... Okay, cool. Flip this guy. Then he's going to... So here's the thing. Karma Cannon is actually good against trap decks because, like this, because they just put their monsters back on the back row. So this Karma Cannon does nothing. The only reason he's doing this, he wants to protect, kind of, I guess, protect his lady or something. I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't want me to use this. I don't know. Either way, like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make this guy. Yeah, he's just gonna scoop. He knows the game's over. Yeah, normal man. I summon Anubis. I can attack over this, and then I can set up a super poly if necessary. Yeah, the game is completely over. It's not even close. Unfortunately, Odion is just a better trap deck than Labrynth, unfortunately. Like, you have innate protection off of, like, most of your stuff, and then non-targeted negates is so strong. No, there's nothing Labrynth hates more than spell trap negates, and like, the Apophis, and the spell trap negates with pops, right? I mean, pops don't matter as much if you're playing the Lord of the Heavenly Prison version of the deck, but if you're playing no Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and you're just going, like, into Apophis, you're just getting negated and popped out the wazoo, right? It's like, it's worse than the Ryzeal detonator to deal with. Anyway, that was Odion versus Labrynth. Rule number 15. Yeah, as much as I love Labrynth, it's just not... Odion's just a better deck, unfortunately. Better trap deck. I've played this matchup so many times. Alright, so I'm going first with a very bizarre hand here. So I actually set these 3, and I just hope that a negate and 2 super polys will be enough to win, or at least keep me alive. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and activate this. So there is a pot of duality. Oh, I remember this stupid... Oh, I remember this stupid... Yeah, this is a stun player. Alright, so this duel, I mean, you've already seen me play against stun players in the past when I was doing Adventures of Labrynth or even Adventures of Eldritch. Stun players are literally... I wouldn't say the dumbest players in the universe, because I feel like combo slot players are dumber. But, like, of all the control deck variants, of all the trap decks, of all the back row control variants, stun is definitely the dumbest, right? And the reason is because they have 0 going second ability power, and they're going first as, like, super sacky. Like, you better hope you just draw the right cards, and hope that they don't out-grind you, because they don't have engine, right? A trap deck like Eldritch Labrynth, they at least have engine where they can keep recurring resources. A stun deck like this has no engine. They just hope that they can normal summon a barrier statue and win. The problem with this moron is, this guy says, neither player can special summon except Earth monsters. Oh, really? Funny enough, all my monsters are Earth monsters, so this is literally a vanilla. This might as well be a vanilla, right? It's so stupid. And then, of course, they put this stupid card, which basically makes it so that their cards are really hard to destroy. Because every time you try to destroy something, they just send a fusion monster instead. So it just gets annoying. So basically you have to deal with this before you can deal with their like the rest of their board. That's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and reactivate this. Basically, this again, Earth Monster. This will negate this Gondola, and then I can attack over this Barrier Statue and then make a Divine Serpent, right? But of course, he has a Solemn Judgment. That's fine. If he wants to spend half his life points, by the way, the one of Judgment, or two of now, I guess it's one of it. So he top decks to Ryzeal, which can attack over. And again, all I have to do is draw Earth Monsters, and I have plenty of Earth Monsters in my deck, right? So that is not an Earth Monster, but I will set it. At this point, I'm just gonna hope that I just draw an Earth Monsters, right? It's just a stupid grind game where eventually I'm gonna win because I have an engine and he doesn't. He's gonna keep poking me for 1,000. Fine. Okay, here we go. We have an Earth Monster. That's all I needed. Clockwork Knight. So now all monsters are machines. Keep that in mind. All monsters are machines. Now I don't understand why they like stun decks like to run this. I guess it's a pseudo floodgate in that if all monsters are machines, including your opponents, like they can't go into Fiendsmith, and maybe they can't do White Forest shenanigans. Maybe let's see what else. Doesn't really do anything to Ryzeal. I get it doesn't really do anything to Maliss. I guess they can't make Lingerebo because you know they have to use a Cybers monster and then it becomes. I don't know. I feel like this card is not that good. I think the only purpose of this card is that it gives a 1,000 attack differential, and I guess maybe like some of them run the Cyber Dragon so they can like mass clear a board by contact freezing away. Maybe, I don't know. So he has a Grand Maju. I don't understand why, but okay, sure. Okay. So again, I have an Earth Monster. That's all I needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Earth Monster, which sets this. Now here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna activate this guy, and he's gonna chain. There can be only one. Now this guy says each, and of course the hard draw is a one of. Each player can control one type of monster. So I can only control one type, one of each type. So these guys, according to this, are supposed to be reptiles, right? But this guy's a machine, right? Why? So Clockwork Knight. Again, another reason why stun players who run these kinds of decks are actually brain dead. I have a machine monster and I'm trying to summon a reptile now. So this is a reptile. So this bypasses TC Boo and does nothing. So what I do is I summon this fucker. And now he has to clear his own board. So not only did TC Boo completely do nothing to me, it just cucks him because now he has to sit on a single monster. Cool. So I negate TC Boo, right? And now I make this, and then he's gonna use this guy to tribute himself to negate the summon. Hello, my guy. You now have 0 monsters. What the hell are you doing? Now I'm gonna tactics into draw 2. Let's get my Fenrir, and then it's over. Once Fenrir hits the board, this game is completely over. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Unicorn. You know where this is going. I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna take out his stupid fucking Gondola because I want to be able to blow up his stuff. But yeah, this guy's a psychic. This is a machine. Like, what are you doing? And he can just banish everything. There's no monster that they have that can stop Fenrir, right? None. There's literally none. But wait, there's more. Watch what this genius is gonna do. He's gonna normal summon a Cyber Dragon monster and then activate deck lockdown. Now, what? So the Cyber Dragon monster, the reason he probably runs that is so that he can normal summon it, and because Clockwork Knight makes everything a machine, he can contact fuse away my entire board plus his Cyber Dragon into the Chimera Fleet Mega Dragon or whatever the fuck it's called, the fusion monster. But the problem is that TC Boo, his own card, mind you, says that each player can only control one type of monster, one of each type of monster, and because he already has a machine, he cannot contact fuse away the board to make another machine. So again, his TC Boo literally hurt him more than it hurt me. It's actually hilarious how sad this is. It's so fucking sad. Yeah, so dumb. And this guy got to like level, I don't know, 12 or 13 of Duelist Cup playing that garbage deck. Dude, just play a real trap deck. There are plenty of trap decks that can fuck over your opponent that like actually doesn't just sack going and lose going second, right? Yeah, so bad. I think it's duel number 16 or something. I don't know. I'll find later. Anyway, I'm going second. So there's the Lucius. I'm gonna instantly Fua because typically Lucius searches 5 mana, but of course he already has a 5 mana in hand. Of course he does. So he's gonna use the 5 mana now. Okay, so I'm not gonna get a draw off this, but he can't fuse anymore without giving me draws, which okay, fine. So he's running a Shaddoll package. There's the flame. Okay. All right. Ulamel. So he does give me a draw, so I draw Anubis, that's cool. So he sets Horn and he sets Flame. Horn is the one that bounces an attack position monster, and Flame negates a spell. So, again, this is why we play Kashtira, folks. We activate the Kashtira field spell, and then he instantly negates it with Flame. So, yeah, the Kashtira engine is just an interruption to negate. Nobody wants to deal with Kashtira monsters, so everyone just shotguns their fucking responses to all Kashtira effects. Cool. Alright, I don't get that, so I'm just gonna get the full fucking... Alright, so here's the thing. So I use Anubis. He ashes, that's fine. I activate Temple. He activates 5 mana. He summons Dragoon. Okay. So now I have to deal with a pop, a negate, and then he's about to get another pop, because this is a set a card, pop a card, right? Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna activate treasures, and that's gonna bait the Dragoon negate, so he discards Ketu, right? Alright, so I normal summon man, I search another treasures. So this guy negates the activation, and this card says you can only activate 1 treasures per turn, right? So I go to Typhon. So let's get rid of this Dragoon. Okay, and now I activate treasures again. I set Swamp, and I said that, and now he's gonna use this to he's gonna bounce Arthalion. The only reason he's doing this is so he can chain Gulamel to get a pop. So he's gonna pop Temple, which is fine, because again, we don't care at this point. We already got our search, right? But I guess he didn't want us to get the second monster search. Like that's fine. And now I said this, so now we have a floodgate into double negate, right? So there's Shaddoll fusion. I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. So 1 Apophis, 2 deity. Negate this. I set another one. And now he's going to use Rahu. Now I'm going to go ahead and negate this. And I negate both of these guys, right? So now he's going to recycle 5 mana. 5 mana is going to fuse into Arthalion. Okay, Arthalion. This is going to pop that. Okay. And he's going to battle this. Cool. Cool story, bro. Unfortunately for you, oh, beautiful top deck. So let's make Divine Serpent. We're gonna, because we have Anubis engraved with a bunch of traps plus Temple, we're gonna recycle Temple and one of our Swamp Deities to revive Anubis, right? So we're gonna reset these two. Set. Battle, crash. Just get this guy off the field, and then we're gonna battle. So now we're going into their turn with a 1 pop off this guy, double negate, and then like basically 3 more pops. So 4 pops and 2 negates. Going second, by the way. Playing a full fucking Dracotail board. GG, idiot. Dracotail garbage deck. It's just like it's kind of like a slightly less obnoxious branded. Shorter turns in branded, but like stupid resource recursion, and then you also have like the infinite little, all these little stupid interactions that, you know, technically are not negates, but they're still like lame, right? And then of course you have the ability to play the branded pack, but it's just I don't know. I feel like Dracotail, like their spell should definitely be limited for sure. I actually think 5 mana is a cool concept of a card. I think 5 mana is okay, but K2 and Rahu should definitely be limited. Like, they're searchable, like, they're recyclable, it's fine. Duel number 17. I don't remember what happened here. Okay, I'm going second. Okay. wow, another stun deck. Also, this guy might have fewer brain cells than the last guy. Mage Power. The equipped monster gains 500. Dude, why not just play that stupid Mirror Shield? Isn't that just better? Like, why play this? Mirror Shield is recyclable. It can literally attack over anything. I don't like. Is it just like I hope this is in addition to the Moon Shield. Again, this is like level 15 Duelist level, by the way. Somehow got to 15 in the Duelist Cup, and of course they always hard draw the Gondola. Always hard draw it. All right, that's fine. Again, this stops Earth monsters, and we're all Earth monsters. So Anubis into man, normal man. Oh yeah, this game is over. He hasn't interrupted me yet. It's so over. It's so over. It's so unbelievably over. Yeah. Let's negate this Gondola. Yeah, it's so over. Pop. 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 Yeah, it's... Dude, the game is so over, I literally don't even have enough back row to set everything that I want, like, from my hand. It's crazy. Yeah, the biggest annoyance with this, with the, Odion deck is definitely the lack of back row. The fact that Temple of the Kings eats up a back row is so painful. I really wish they put the effect of being able to flip trap cards to turn their set into the field spell so that we wouldn't have to play this stupid fucking card. But yeah, it's so painful not having 5 back row. And you have to work with 4 back row. It's so fucking painful. Duel number 18. I do go first. Very good hand. Very, 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 very good hand. So let's Shifter right off the bat. Shifter is just an amazing card. It's good against everyone except Maliss. Set Serpent. Set Imperm. Get the man. Normal man. Oh, they Imperm me. That's fine. So, yeah. So, again, they're under Shifter. And now they have to play through 2 negates and a Super Poly. Good luck. Oh, and Max C. Well, actually, Max C is can't be activated during Shifter. It doesn't matter. Shifter is all you need. So I'm just going to set this guy immediately. What are we just going to do? Oh, I remember this duel. Yeah, fucking Speedroid. Idiot. Yep. So I allow all these guys to summon. Why? Because, I just assume whatever single they're gonna make, I can negate with Imperm, right? And because of man, they can't actually pop any of my front row. So I'm gonna try. They're gonna try to do that, and I'm gonna negate that. Okay. So now they battle. Okay. This doesn't die. Cool. Cool story, bro. Alright. Activate Temple, or Treasures. They're going to attempt to negate. I'm going to Imperm them. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm going to get a Circuit. Normal Circuit. Get another Treasures. Set this. Grab Anubis. Get another man. Normal man. Verdict. Yeah, this game is completely over. Alright, so this guy has its effect, the battle phase, right? On attack, pop the monster, gain attack. So attack. Oh, you can use this, which says neither player can declare attacks to synchro monsters. During your opponent's, you can send this immediately. Okay, whatever. I can get rid of this shit easily. On the following turn, I have negates, right? But regardless, so we get this guy. Yeah, so Divine Serpent sets the 2 snakes from my graveyard. I set Verdict. I think I probably go Little Knight. Man, Scorpion into Little Knight, right? Because so then I go into their turn. They have 2 cards and they're gonna draw 3. They're gonna have to play into Verdict of Anubis, which is a spell trap negate. Super Poly, which I can do 2 bodies, right, of theirs. They have to play into Max C. They have to play into 3 negates, right? Because I have actually 4 negates because I already have a set deity. I reset the deity, so it's 3 negates, right? Plus a pop from Divine Serpent, plus a Little Knight, banish. Yeah, they're completely cooked. There's nothing they can do. There's no card they can draw that will save them from this situation. All right, duel number 19, I believe. All right, so they're going first now, and I have 2 Fuwaloses here, which is great. So they're gonna normal summon Reactor Slime. I guess it's some kind of Egyptian god deck. Okay, I'm gonna imperm that just because I don't know what else their deck is gonna do, right? Realistically. So I'm gonna Fua. They're gonna immediately do this. I could have done my second Fua. Actually, no, because this summons off the field. Yeah, it's fine. So Temple sets this. Grab Anubis. Anubis search Man. Normal Man. Grab Verdict. Summon Scorpion. Grab Temple. Summon. So this is gonna negate Metal Reflect Slime to put it back in the back row. Okay, he's gonna set that. Okay. Pop. Okay, cool. Main 2. Let's make Divine Serpent. He's gonna use Ferret Flames. That's an interesting tech. Bounce some cards. Okay, so I keep the Divine Serpent. I reset these two, or I pop that, because this can pop on any trap card. Set. So they have 2 cards, and they have to play into Spell Trap Negate, 2 Field Omni Negates, and then the Ambush Pattern, which is just like potentially 3 more pops. Okay, there's that Bellstar Vengeance. Okay, so they attempt to pop. I'm gonna go ahead and chain Deity into Statue. Pop that. Okay. Set. They're gonna Wing Dragon Ross Sphere Mode. That's cute. Very cute. I mean, this game is over. They have nothing, right? Yeah, I'm just go ahead and get my Anubis. Summon Anubis by putting these 2 back, and then attack for game. Destroy, kill, taken out by Anubis. Easy game, easy life, I guess. Duel number 20. Let's see what we do. So they're going first, and I open an insanely cracked hand, like the most cracked hand you can imagine. So they're gonna activate Engraver. I'm gonna hold Shifter. So some people like to shotgun Shifter. I like to wait to use Shifter until after they've committed a play, right? So I want to get an important card of theirs into the Vanish. They're gonna activate Tract. I'm gonna chain Shifter. So they're gonna search Luri, dump Luri into the Vanish. So goodbye Luri, and then goodbye Tract. So they can't fuse and they can't summon Engraver because they don't have a feed in graveyard. So they're gonna normal this. Got this. Okay. That 2 pass. Yeah, they can't do shit. I love Shifter. Alright, evenly. They're gonna chain. Okay, that summons this. Again, all these guys get banished, by the way. They're still in the Shifter. They still have to banish 2 cards. So they're sitting on a synchro that does absolutely fucking nothing. Cool. Main 2, let's get our Cashier Unicorn. Get our Birth. This game is over. It's already over. Apophis, Man, normal Man, get Verdict, attack into the thing. Yeah, it's over. It's completely over. Yeah, Shifter is just mwah. That's the thing. Like a lot of these duels when going second, like you hit him with the Shifter, you hit him with Maxi, you hit him with Fua. If it resolves, it's over. It's just Jover. They either insta scoop or they scoop summarily just very soon after the resolution. So that's why there's not a lot of interest in going second games here. I either lose, that didn't draw shit, or didn't draw enough, or I win because I drew like a few things and then they just instant scoop. Yes, not much interesting to show is what I'm getting at. Anyway, so I'm going first here. Oh, I remember this duel. So check this out. So I'm gonna Extrav. And at this point, so I only have 1 engine, which is Anubis, and I have Shifter. So remember in the previous game where I said, hey, maybe I don't want a Shifter because if I Shifter, I can't Anubis, and I lose access to my Odion engine. for a turn. But I decided, you know what? Shifter is such a strong card. I'm gonna take my chance that I'm gonna drop deck 2 engine pieces. So let's change Shifter here. See what happens. They're gonna Fua. That's cute. And I do top deck the best top deck you could ever possibly ask for. Man with the Mark and Verdict of Anubis. What an amazing fucking top deck. Unbelievable. So let's get our Birth. Normal man, get the field spell. Yeah, this game is over. It's Giga Jover. Look at this. Summon the Scorpion. So I don't bother getting the temple because I'm under Shifter. I can't. Going into Divine Serpent doesn't make sense because I'm just gonna banish my traps. So instead, I'm just gonna get a second treasure for follow up on the subsequent turn, and then I go into a Rabbit here. I give him 1 draw to get the statue, which is absolutely worth, by the way. This statue is like 2 pops or something, right? And then I use Birth. I use Birth to revive the Unicorn. So now they have to contend with a Spell Trap negate with Board Wipe, Monster negate, Omni board negate, 1 Spell Trap pop, 1 extra deck rip, 1 2 pops off of pattern, and then I mean Birth's not gonna matter because they're under shift and they're under Shifter. So good luck. And they can't, and Rabbit can't be killed by battle, man can't be killed and destroyed, period. So they're gonna Branded Fusion. So alright, they're already admitting that they are a branded deck. Alright. So I don't know if they forgot that they're under Shifter, but I could negate this, but I don't want to. I want to allow this to resolve. Why? Because I want to save my interruptions for more important things. So I'm gonna allow this Branded Fusion go. But instead I'm gonna summon, I'm gonna prepare my negates. So, chain 1, chain 2, Apophis, chain 3, Statue. Because whatever they fuse, I want to pop immediately using Statue, right? Because whatever they fuse is going to get popped and banished, right? So, and then I set this guy. So, they fuse Albaz and, effectively, banishing them, mind you, into Albion. Okay? Branded Fusion is now banished. They're going to use Albion to attempt to fuse. I'm just going to pop Albion, just to not give them the chance to make Mirror Jade. Theoretically, they have Albaz in hand. They could make Mirror Jade here. I'm not going to give them the opportunity to, right? So I'm going to attempt to pop that. They're going to chain Phimena, which, by the way, has to banish herself because they're under Shifter, right? And then they scoop because they realize. So here's the thing. Unicorn basically is gonna rip out the Lubellion. Their extra deck has 1 Lubellion. I ripped that out. They can't fuse anything with Lubellion for the rest of the duel, and Lubellion is their only way of recurring resources, right, in a branded engine. And most branded players only run 1 Lubellion. This is why Unicorn is so good. You hit like 1 or 2 of those extra deck monsters, 1 on your turn, 1 on their turn. It's so fucking good. It's so cracked. It's crazy. Duel number 22. Yeah, he must have just forgotten he was under Shifter. I don't know. Alright, so I'll go first here. Not a great hand, but a playable hand. So Anubis into man, no response from them. Nice. Set Apophis, set Imperm, get the Scorpion. Go into Rabbit, get the Anguish pattern. Reset these 2. Yeah, so here's, again, problem with the Odion deck. I have 2 interruptions that I can't use, so I don't have the back row space. This card is so painful. It's like, remember when people were playing Eldritch and those idiots were running Cursed Eldland? That's how it feels like to run this card. This is like the Cursed Eldland of Odion, but this is better than Cursed Eldland because it gives you so many additional plays on the first turn, or even like as a potential board breaker option going second, that you just kind of have to run this. Whereas Cursed Eldland was just bad. Eldritch players playing Cursed Eldland, they were just trolling. They're playing it because some idiot on YouTube told them to. They didn't actually stop and think about how bad the card was. Taking up a back row slot for a trap deck is so bad, like this. This is why, like, they came out with Delta of Invitation. Alright, so, and, oh, before I go, so I have a Monster Negate, pop anything off Serpent, pop back row off Rabbit, and then 3 negates with a bunch of pops. So they're gonna open Fiendsmith 4, okay? Alright, there's Lori. Scar Lori, summon Lori. On summon, summon statue, pop this, okay? Engraver. Summon Apophis. Statue, pop this. They're gonna super poly, okay. I don't see how that helps them. Oh, they're not running Mud Dragon. Otherwise, they because this is a rock, right? They fuse away my reptiles because they only had Iguru. They don't have Mud Dragon. They have Mud Dragon. They absolutely fuse away a statue here, right? But it's fine. Like again, those two did their job. So this is pointless. That super poly was completely pointless. I guess it let them discard this. So they're gonna use Scream. Normal summon this guy. I'm gonna negate Scream. Because not only do I want to negate this, I want to pop this level 4 because I don't want them making a rank 4. If they go Time Thief, they can send us to the graveyard off card effect, right? So pop that. They're gonna have this, okay? So they can't make a rank 4, so they're just gonna make Moon. Dude, this guy is so fucking, like, this guy is so fucking thirsty for Fiendsmith, it's crazy. I'm just gonna pop this. Negate that, negate, pop. Little Knight, okay, that's fine. They're gonna banish Man, okay. Cool. Alright, then they said they scoop. Like, what the hell are they gonna do? I literally go into my turn, attack position, and kill the Little Knight. And then I have, like, infinite follow-up. And now, I have Super Poly, so I can start, like, doing even more work. Yeah, it's... Imagine playing Tearlament in current year. What a goddamn moron. Who just stop playing Tearlament. Just stop. Okay, just get some help. Duel number 23. Alright, so let's go first here. Unicorn, activate, get Birth. Treasures, set this guy, set Imperm, get Man, normal Man, get the Verdict. So in this case, I don't bother going into Rabbit because I have no back row space. Super Poly needs a discard, so that's gonna be Temple. So basically, I'm going into their turn with Unicorn, extra deck rip, this banish 3 from graveyard, monster negate here, a Omni field negate, a spell trap negate, and then of course super poly, 2 bodies, right? On draw phase, you're gonna brand it opening. I'm just gonna summon this guy. I don't actually care about negating this. I actually want this to go through because whatever they summon is just gonna be a looper. I'm just gonna imperm this anyway. Like, what the hell do you imperm against, like, branded realistically, right? Okay. Unicorn. I look at their extra deck. They, like most branded, they have 1 copy of Lubellion. I'm gonna get rid of that. No more Lubellion for you. So they have to make do without it because they have 2 Albions. I think they had 1 Mirror Jade. I could have hit the Mirror Jade, but I feel like they're never gonna get to Mirror Jade with what I have on the board. So, and even if they do, I can take out Mirror Jade, and his nuke effect won't matter. Plus, I have Birth. I can just start banishing stuff from the graveyard, right? Yeah, they just scoop. Yeah, not very much interesting gameplay, but you can kind of see where this turn was gonna go, right? It's like even they hard drew the 2nd copy of Branded Fusion, like or like a copy of Branded Fusion, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna negate it, probably with Verdict, right? And then if they try to go into like again, they just what can they do, right? Like, what can they actually do? Duel number 24. I don't remember what happens here. Yeah, sorry that a lot of these duels are boring. Like it's hard to find actual like games to save replays on when like most of the time it's just one side just scoops instantly, right? It's a really good hand, by the way. This is an insane hand. Man, treasures. This is an absolutely cracked hand. Scorpion. So here's the thing, folks. Slightly different about this turn or this game. So I don't use Temple because I don't have enough backspace, right? A back row space. So instead, I go straight to Rabbit to set this guy, right? So if I go into Temple, I would not have all these slots, right? And I decide I'd rather just have Temple, or sorry, I'd rather just have Anguish Pattern. So now I go into the turn. I have Spell Trap Negate, 2 Omni Field Negates, Super Poly, Statue, which unlocks a back row pop, 3 additional pops on top of that, and then I could discard Temple for Super Poly, and then if they clear my board somehow, have evenly matched on their battle phase, right? So there's, oh, I remember this game. Yeah, another stupid stun player. Inspector Border into Time Tearing Morganite. Okay. They normal summon the Fire Statue, which is annoying, but they activate Necro Valley. At this point, I'm gonna use Anubis, which negates this and pops their whole field, right? They set 2, and then I'm gonna on set 1 Serpent, 2 Statue. So set this, chain 1 Rabbit, pop that, chain 2 Statue, pop that, and then now that these are popped, I'm gonna go ahead and summon the 2 Serpents. Yeah, you see where this is going. Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the duels are just like this, right? There's no interactive Yu-Gi-Oh is dead. If you want like exciting back and forth Yu-Gi-Oh, you're just not gonna find it in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately. But yeah. That's just the way it is. So yeah, let's continue. All right, we're in the home stretch now. So let's go ahead and get into duel number 25. All right, do go first here. So let's use field spell. So, a couple things to note. About the order of operations, right? So I like to go open fields. Sometimes I like to open field spell first, just because there's really no hand trap that can hit the Apophis, right? Or like the set from deck. And then if you follow up with man, you have man on the field. They can't pop man using like Ghost Ogre, for example, right? So sometimes you do field spell before man, sometimes you do man before field spell. It really depends on what your opening hand contains. Anyway, so I'm gonna get the Scorpion here. This is gonna get my man, normal man. There's the Maxi. So if I had gone Scorpion first, I would have dodged 1 card draw here. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna pass here. Rather than giving him a draw, because if I summon Scorpion, that's 1 draw, and Scorpion doesn't really get me anything, right? Because I already have Temple, and I'm not going to go into Divine Serpent either, because if I go to the Divine Serpent route, I have to give him 3 draws, and Divine Serpent will give me 1 extra pop and 1 extra negate. I don't know if giving them a draw 3 is worth 1 pop and 1 negate, right? So I'm just gonna stop here. So I'm gonna instantly Apophis here. They chain red reboot. Lucky for us, we have this card called Verdict of Anubis, which negates that, and then we get a negate. So we're basically sitting on just 1 negate, which is not great. Lucky for us, they're just kind of like a Dracotail player, who instead of normal summoning Mululu, and then chaining 5 mana, they just 5 mana right away. Okay, so they're gonna attempt to pop this. I'm just gonna negate this, because what the fuck else am I gonna negate, right? And then they set Rahu, they battle, and then they, yeah. So, this is why this guy's kind of an idiot. Again, I'm not a Dracotail player, but the whole point of Dracotail is they made this top tier meta deck that is so unbelievably stupidly easy to play that any moron should be able to easily win with a Dracotail setup. So he opened with 3 monsters in hand, and then he only went into a single thing, and he can't even fuse here. So like, why did he not search K2? I don't know. Why did he not normal summon Mululu? Like, I don't know. Like, people just kind of shotgun 5 mana without really thinking about it. I feel like if you normals Mululu, activated Mululu effect, chain 5 mana, you get 2 fuses out of that. So I don't know. It's just, and then I don't know. I feel like it would have been just better, right? Especially because he can go into Arthalion and recycle resources for the follow-up turn. So yeah, it just seems like a huge misplay on his part. Although he also misplayed by playing Red Reboot. If you're a Dracotail player, you should not be playing non-monsters. The only non-monsters that should be in your deck, realistically, are like the Kentu, the Rahu spells, and Branded Fusion only if you're also running the Branded package. Otherwise, do not have spells and traps. Because then you run into this guy's problem, which is he doesn't have a monster in hand, right? Imagine if that Red Reboot was a monster instead. He would have been in so much better shape. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Anubis. He should have killed Man, by the way, but it doesn't matter at this point. Alright. I did a slight misplay here, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, so I normaled Man before recycling Verdict. So what I should have done was, yeah, see, so I recycle Verdict here with Anubis. So I should have normal Man first. Second, after that. That's fine. I mean, you're going to see that it's not going to end up mattering here. Because he had to spend half his life points to play Red Reboot, right? From hand. So yeah, kind of an underwhelming duel, honestly. I misplayed, but he also misplayed heavily. Alright, duel number... Yes, that was Dracotail. Duel number 26. I noticed as I got closer to duel level 20, I saw more Dracotail and Maliss matchups. And honestly, they're not even that bad. Dracotail is just obnoxious because, like, they don't play into a lot of my non-engine as much as I'd like. I'm going first here. So this is not a great going first hand, right? I basically have one negate and one pop. That's it. And I have to play through whatever they have. Oh, I mean Max T helps, but like I'm not really like even if I draw into Imperm, I can't play Imperm, right? So this is a 6 Samurai player. Again, I don't really know what 6 Samurai like what their best choke point is, but this is a normal summon, which gives them a special summon from an additional special summon. So I feel like this is the best time to both negate and pop. So negate that and then pop that. And he's gonna do this. I'm gonna chain Max C to get a draw. So there's a draw evenly. Okay. Reasoning. I call level 4 on reasoning because I know there are more level 4. So again, I'm not super familiar with 6 Samurai, but my understanding is that their tuners are level 3 and their extenders and whatever's are level 4. There's more level 4 6 Samurais total than level 3s. So even though I'm pretty sure he's trying to dig for a tuner, I feel like he would hit a level 4 first. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should. In retrospect, I should have called out level 3 because he does hit a level 3 before he hits a level 4. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. So there's a Xian, which is a monster negate. I got drawn the unicorn. Cool. So he summons this guy, which says your opponent can only activate 1 spell trap each turn, which is annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. Especially because I have evenly matched, right? I only need 1 trap on his turn or on my turn. So let's like suicide here, and then evenly. So he holds on to the monster negate, which is good because now I can play as many spell traps as I want. So unicorn, Anubis. Yeah, recycle the statue, get Anubis, and then he's just gonna scoop. So yeah, I don't know what he was planning to save his monster negate from before, but after this play here, I was planning to go into Rabbit. Rabbit set statue from deck. If he negates Rabbit, whatever. If I just go into Man. If he doesn't negate Rabbits, actually I think I set Serpent from deck. Apophis Serpent, yeah, not statue. I revive Cashier Unicorn. And then I could go into Little Knight to banish his Synchro monster. Which will, if he hasn't used his negate by then, he has to use his monster negate. In which case I go into Man and then I full board, right? So yeah, I think this guy was pretty cooked. Yeah, 6 Samurai. I've been seeing a lot of 6 Samurai players in the Duelist Cup. I don't know why. Did they get recent support? Who knows? Duel number 27. I'm going first. This is a really good hand. They're gonna Perulia, that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into this guy, get Anubis. So I don't bother going to the Scorpion because I don't want to give him draws. But also, I'm kind of satisfied. Like, it's only one draw, right? Because it's like Scorpion will draw one, and then I can go into Temple, and then into that, into blah 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 blah. So I probably could have made a stronger board, but I don't want to give him any more draws. I think I'd rather just sit on this, honestly. And then Maxi is just like a good card, right? So Gemini Dispersion is a Gemini player. I'm gonna go ahead and allow this. Honestly, I should have gone to Scorpion. I don't know. For some reason, I gave Perulia the same level of respect that I gave Fuwalos or Maxi, and when I really shouldn't have. Yeah, so negate. Yeah, and then he's gonna send a thing, set Brilliant Fusion. When he activates it, I'm gonna Anubis, which will negate, destroy, and then destroy the monster, right? And then he just scoops. Yeah, I still have an additional negate, and I don't think Gemini has any more extenders. And if he did, I have Maxi, right? Which will make him like, I don't know, hesitant maybe. Who knows? So number 28. I want to say this is a Maliss matchup. I want to say that. I'm pretty. One of these duels is a Maliss matchup. I want to say it's this one. Maybe this is Dracotail. Oh yeah. This is yes. This is Maliss. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So this is Odion versus Maliss. So I'm gonna go ahead and normal man. So only a slight misplay here. I realized that my back row is gonna be full, right, from Temple set from deck, and then 4. I should have normal man in the middle column, so I could put Imperm in the middle column. So because I normal man to the left column, I'm actually gonna have to set Imperm on the leftmost column. The reason for that is because I'm gonna have 4 snake traps, and I have 4 monster slots. So I have to. I don't want to Imperm column my own. I don't want to Imperm my own columm, right? Because it negates the thing. So Lure of Darkness. This could be a negate thing, a negate point, just because, you know, if it's Maliss, like this is a combo piece, right? But I'm just gonna let it go. I think it's okay. So he revives this. I'm gonna Imperm this. So he doesn't have a trap to dodge it, so that's fine. So that means no White Rabbit, which means he doesn't get one of the trap extenders. He goes Lingeribo, that's fine. Again, I have so much trap that this Lingeribo doesn't matter. And if in fact, if he activates a spell or a trap, I can Verdict and he can't chain Lingeribo. Yeah, I'm gonna allow all this to happen. This is all fine. The only time I care is if he goes into White Binder or Heart Scripter and tries to use their effect. Then I care. Then I will negate. But until then, I don't really care what he does, honestly. He goes into Link Decoder. Okay. Heart Scripter. By the way, has Splash Mage been banned in Master Duel? I don't even know. Access code. So at this point, I have to negate, right? Because otherwise, he's gonna pop some stuff. So I'm gonna use Serpent here, trying to bait the Lingeribo negate. He does not bait it, and then I chain this. He's gonna negate that. Fine. Okay, it's cool. So again, I'm still gonna negate this guy, and he has Dominus Impulse. I'm gonna Verdict here, which will kill the access code anyway. Yeah, so now I don't care about access code. So now he has to deal with 2 cards in hand, and I have 1 negate. So curious to see if he can play. He sets a card and then called by on the Anubis. I'm actually gonna negate that because I want to be able to OTK him, and I also want to be able to recycle Verdict. So I actually want Anubis, even though I can draw another Anubis. If he called by on Anubis, I can't. Like if I get Anubis from deck, I can't use the search effect. So I'd rather just negate this because like I'm probably gonna have to use this card anyway on my turn. Yeah, so Fua, that's fine. So I'm gonna attempt to search here. I'm gonna get this Anubis. Search man. Special Scorpion. He's gonna banish Scorpion, which is very interesting choice. Okay. So yeah, I recycle Verdict and Imperm, and then I recycle these guys, and then I get Anubis back. Yeah, this game is so unbelievably over. It's so over. Like, I mean, you can kind of see the writing on the wall here. Anubis kills, you know, and then I attack for like a bunch of damage, and then I can make a Little Knight play, to banish some, maybe an important thing from the graveyard. Obviously not a Maliss name, and then I can go into Silhouette Hat Rabbit, or just go straight to Red. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm going to their turn with like 2 field negates, 1 spell trap, omni negate into board wipe, 1 back row pop, 1 generic pop. Yeah, it's and probably a little knight, right? So yeah, it's pretty over. Duel number 29. I believe this is a Dracotail matchup because this is the most recently on my mind. Yeah, I remember playing into a bunch of Dracotails near the end of near the final stretch here. Yeah, I want to say this is a Dracotail. Oh, this is a Dracotail. Oh, this is all right. So this is a very interesting hand because it's just gonna show you how fucking good the Kashtira package is, right? So let's go ahead and pressure planet. There's a Fenrir. He's gonna max C. Unicorn into Birth. Honestly, the better way to play around max C, and the like the Fua / whatever, is I should have summoned Unicorn first. I think the main reason for putting this first is because this is Ash bait. Because again, I already have Unicorn in hand. I want Birth, right? Birth is so good. So I kind of want him to Ash this and not Unicorn. If he sees a Unicorn before he sees the field spell, he might hold the Ash for the Unicorn. I don't know. But he gets a draw, and I'm going to go Fenrir. So he gets another draw. Yeah, so going to their this is a very good. Again, I didn't really see engine. I mean, the only engine I saw was I got the 2 Apophis monster traps, which can get me into the subsequent turn into Divine Serpent, which can then recycle itself, right? So into their turn, I have a Unicorn, extra deck rip, a Fenrir, banish one of their monsters face down, Birth, banish 3 from their graveyard, and then I have a Super Poly to change 2 or 3 of their monsters into a fusion, and then I have double negate here. So very good. Even though I didn't see the man combo, like the Kashtira stuff just. And now I could have gone into Rabbit here, but I feel and then revive with Birth, but I don't want to give him 2 draws off max C, right? Yeah. So he's gonna Ketu, and I'm okay with that. The reason is I'm not gonna bother negating because there's a spell which is going to trigger Birth, right? So he's going to dump monsters into his graveyard that I'm going to immediately banish face down, which is going to fuck with his resource. So I'm actually okay with letting this go through. And in fact, whatever monster he summons, let's say he summons an Arthalion, I could theoretically banish off Fenrir, right? So I don't really care about stopping this. Like, what's the point of stopping this? So I'm just going to let it go. All right, go ahead. So he fuses 3 monsters. Oh, perfect. All right, so chain 1, Arthalion to recycle the 3 monsters. Chain 2, Malulu, chain whatever Pan, and that, and then I get the trigger effect of Kashtira Birth to banish all 3 of those monsters. Dude, this is why I'm saying that the Kashtira engine is insanely cracked right now. Like, it's so good into Dracotail, and it's also really good into Maliss, right? Because the Kashtira stuff banishes stuff face down. Maliss loves banishing face up, but you banish their shit face down, and they're completely cooked. Especially because now so much of their main deck monsters and extra deck monsters are one-ofs. If you hit them with any Kashtira effect, they are giga cooked. They are so cooked. It's not even it's not even fair, right? So there's a Sting. Okay. He's gonna pop Unicorn. That's fine. So I don't get an extra deck rip. Honestly, extra deck ripping Dracotail is not as strong unless they're running the branded package. But again, Birth can just revive. So he negates Fenrir. And then he just scoops. Yeah, he realizes he has no follow-up, right? The fact that I banished 3 of his Dracotail names, like, what the fuck is he gonna do at this point, right? If he attempts, and at this point, even if he attempts to use K2 or Rahu, whatever, I have the Apophis cards to negate, right? And then if he does manage to get, let's say he gets what's the other guy's name, Gulamel on the field with his Arthalion, I super poly them into Centur-ION Dragon. Yeah, I am running Centur-ION Dragon in my extra deck for this exact matchup because it completely cucks Dracotail, right? Yeah, duel number 26. This is also, sorry, not 26. Duel number 30. This is also a Dracotail matchup. So this is Odion versus Dracotail. Okay. So I'm gonna normal man, and he's gonna instantly chain 5 mana. Now, I know what I said about. You remember what I said about stun players? being like the stun, like the statue, barrier statue, gondola fucking players, how they have no brain cells. I swear Dracotail players also have no brain cells because it's still like the easiest fucking fusion deck to play. It's easier than pure branded. It's easier than branded X, branded anything. It's easier than Predaplan. It's easier to play than what's it called, Lunalight. Name a fusion deck. It's easier to play than Heroes. Name a fusion deck that exists. Dracotail is not only easier to play, but it's fucking stronger. And yet, these people still make these dumbass decisions. Here's what I mean. So he's gonna do the fusion here, and he's gonna use Arthalion to bounce Man with the Mark, and he's also gonna bounce 5 mana. Obviously, why you bounce 5 mana, but like, why would you bounce Man with the Mark? What the hell? Okay, so he sets Flame. K2, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna Tactics Talent and rip 5 mana. So basically, man, another instance of Dracotail players sharing a single brain cell. Why do Dracotail players play Polymerization? There's literally no point to playing Polymerization. Why? Because Blazing Cartesia exists. Blazing Cartesia is literally a monster that can quick poly on either turn from field or hand, and it's a free summon, assuming you have a fusion monster, which is very easy to get, right? Or whatever. Why run poly? By running poly here, imagine this was Cartesia. If he normal summons Cartesia, he can fuse, assuming he doesn't draw another monster, he can fuse the 5 mana in hand with the Cartesia into something workable, right? With poly here, he can only fuse Arthalion into 5 mana. So you just have fewer resources, right? Plus, Cartesia returns to your hand. So it's just a recurring polymerization. So I really don't understand why Dracotail players don't like. Maybe because this is a normal, this is like cheap to craft. I don't know, but like, dude, just play Cartesia. If you really want to play poly, just play Cartesia, right? Whatever. So I look at his hand, I'm like, yeah, Dracotail can't do shit without monsters. So I'm gonna get rid of this 5 mana. Goodbye. And I'm just gonna full combo here, right? I mean, I already used Man. Like, I got the thing that I needed. I got Verdict. So let's get Temple here. By the way, note the location of Imperm. It's in the column where K2 was set, right? So K2 is the one that says you can search and fuse. Yeah, so I'm going to negate that when he tries to use it. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead into Divine Serpent here. Note the placement, the column placement of Divine Serpent. Very important. You have to play around your own Imperm columns, right? That's kind of one of the annoying parts of Odion. If you do choose to play Odion, you have if you do choose to play Imperm, which by the way you can completely cut in this deck for like Droplet, honestly. Yeah, you basically have to like play around the Imperm columns. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these two back. So now I have 3 monster deck spots. I'm not gonna go into extra deck obviously because my back row is full. So Hat Rabbit doesn't matter. Little Knight is kind of pointless because I'd rather have the pop. Yeah, so plus if he attempts to attack, whatever. Yeah, so going to their turn, I have 1 monster negate here, which is also going to negate K2. So 1 negate, 2 negates off the 2 snakes, right? 1 Omni negate that blows up their board, and then a pop, right? And then I know what they have. They have the K2, which will be negated. They have Poly into Horn, which is nothing. And then they have the other one, the one that negates spells, which again doesn't matter because we don't have spells here. So they top deck. They're gonna K2 immediately. I'm gonna Imperm. So no K2 for you. And I'm just gonna pop this guy. I just want him to have fewer bodies, right? Because I know they have this guy, Urgula, so he could actually use this to put 5 mana back in his hand, and then he could theoretically, assuming he top deck a monster, he could. Actually, not even assuming. So he could hard play Polymerization, fuse the 5 mana, he recycles back with the Arthalion on his field to make a monster. By taking out the Arthalion, he loses that opportunity, right? Now he has to have hard draw on a monster if he wants to fuse at all, right? So yeah, here the 5 mana goes back here. So I know exactly what it has. So he has Poly, which means he does have 2 monsters in hand, right? So he must have top decked the monster. That's the only explanation. I'm gonna go ahead and negate this. So that's negated. And then he's just gonna scoop. Yeah, I mean, I don't see like he literally cannot fuse because I know his hand. It's 5 mana, monster, and some other card. If the monster is Malulu, it gets negated. If the monster is Lucius, it gets negated. There's no scenario where he gets to fuse, right? Like, because I just know his hand. Anyway, yeah, so that's me getting to level 20 of the Duelist Cup. Yes, just farming gems, honestly, and obviously I wanted to showcase the Odion deck. Outside of ranked, I mean, obviously I'll do an Adventures of with ranked as well, but yeah. So let's go over the deck list real quick. I'm not gonna do the full profile, but yeah, some obvious stuff. Double max C triple Fua. Fall by the Grave is at 1 now. Droll's at 2. It's the best time to be playing these cards, honestly. It hits every single deck. Obviously, it doesn't hit Dracotail as much. But this, like, going second against Maliss, you definitely want these two guys, right? Against Dracotail, you'll get 1, maybe 2 draws. And if they're really greedy, 3 draws. That's still better than nothing, because, again, like, your goal is to see, yeah. So those are the primary hand traps. Shifter is just a turn ender against Dracotail. Obviously, it doesn't do much against Maliss, but it's a turn ender against most decks, and whereas you can play through Shifter. Yeah, triple Imperm does not once per turn. I'm playing a more board breaker centric build, right? Maxi and whatever draws me into board breakers. Imperm is a board breaker going second because you can just play it on like draw phase and then negate if they have Barone, negate Barone, or if they have like Cryptor, just negate Cryptor. Like you just negate whatever annoying monster they have, right, before you go into your combos, right? Or you could do it on their turn when they're just like comboing, popping off, right? Yeah, and then for my board breakers, triple evenly matched, double super poly, double tactics talent. Tactics talent is just like, in my opinion, a better call by the grave. I prefer to hand rip after being hand trapped, right? Extra deck fusion, super poly fusion targets, obviously Mud Dragon Garura, goes without saying. I'm running Earth Golem for the Maliss matchup. You could also run that one dragon, the one that's like three link monsters, if you want. I did have that at one point. Centur-ION dragons for the Dracotail matchup, Spellcaster Dragon. Predaplant, this is great against Mitsu. You can fuse their 3 snake monsters away, because they're all dark. It's also good against Maliss. You can fuse any 3 darks. All the Maliss monsters are darks, right? Then you have a 3000 body that can also negate extra deck summons. So, very good. My opinion, like probably the best super poly target in this format. Hits Mitsurugi, hits Maliss, right? Yeah, and then I just have a bunch of duplicate extra deck stock because I'm running the one pot. So obviously double Link Spider, double Hat Rabbit, just one little nice find. Double Typhon. As you probably saw earlier in this video, like yeah, we're running 2 Typhon because the second Typhon does come up sometimes, but also you don't want to banish both of them off Extrav, and then 3 of these guys, our main monster, because you might. There was a point where I was running 2 of these, and I with an extra super poly target, the one that fuses 3 link monsters. There was one game where I Extrav banished both my Apophis, Divine Serpent Apophis, and I immediately added a third. I'm like, okay, that's all I needed to see to add my third one, and then I cut that monster, right? Yeah. Everything else pretty straightforward. Cashier Engine, 1 Fenrir, double Unicorn, 1 Field Spell. Unfortunately, set rotation is not legal in Master Duel. Nor terraforming. The 1 Birth. You can see from the my duels in this video how useful the cashier cards were. Not only do they just eat hand traps and then just let you combo, like they also just fuck over so many opponents, right? The banishing face down effect, the extra deck rip is so good. It's like Unicorn is definitely better than Fenrir in my opinion in this current format. Fenrir obviously better going second for board breaking, but Unicorn is just like a better like especially if you're going first, right? Yeah, and then everything else is pretty much just engine. In terms of like what cards would I cut, or like what cards are like slightly underwhelming, I would say you absolutely keep Super Poly. You don't cut this. This is a meta call here. Talent is very, very, very strong. Going second, you just steal one of their boss monsters. Very good. Non-targeting. I would say the most cuttable cards here are Imperm and Evenly. Honestly, if you want to swap out Imperms for like, I don't know, droplets. Although droplets are once per turn, whereas Imperm's not once per turn. And actually Imperm synergizes well with well, I don't know. I mean, Imperms was fine. They're fine. Like if you don't want to play around the column requirements, like it's whatever. You can cut this for something else. More board breakers if you want like a Raigeki or something. Evenlies, so evenlies are only underwhelming against Dracotail because most of the time their board doesn't have that much stuff on it. They have like Arthalion and maybe set 2, so you'll banish like 2 of their cards maybe. So it's fine. Like it's not bad. It's fine. It's like as you've seen from like other games and some of my games like in this video. There are definitely games where evenly just completely blows out your opponent and they have no responses to it, right? That's why I like to keep evenly around. First of all, it's not once per turn, right? Evenly is also like a trap that you can set so that you can get the search effect off the treasures. So yeah, I like evenly, but for the meta, I would definitely say evenlies and imperms are the most cuttable for sure. Yeah, you can put in Call by the Grave if you really want in place of them. Maybe you can put more Mulch Armies. I don't know. Like I feel like but I'm happy with these honestly. I'm gonna use this deck for the rank climb to master. I'm probably gonna keep this list unless something happens during my rank climb that makes me like severely need to change out some of the non-engine. Yeah, but engine wise, I'm good. Oh, Retaliating Sea is another really good tech meta call. It's just it's kind of like more copies of a D-shifter because the what's it called, the Dracotail matchup, you know, their spells can easily allow you to summon Retaliating Sea, and then you basically like floodgate them out by banishing their monsters. Yeah, so maybe I actually swap some of these for Retaliating Sea, right? Retaliating Sea also good against Gem Knight, although I don't know if Gem Knight how much Gem Knight wants their graveyard, so I don't know how good that is. Definitely good against Luna Light. Not sure how often that comes up. Good against Branded. Decent against Mitsurugi, right? So yeah. So if you prefer Retaliating Sea over evenly match, go ahead. You know, I could totally understand that. And then we'll see if I end up making like some kind of change like that in my next Adventures of video where I do the climb to master. But yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. After my master climb, I'll definitely do the full hour-long or 30-minute or however long deck profile where I painfully explain all my deck building decisions and what I end up going with for Odion going forward. And before you guys ask in the comment section, hey, why aren't you playing the Primite version of Odion with the Primite engine? The reason I don't like playing that version of the deck is because it no longer feels like an Odion deck. It feels like a Primite deck. Why? Because you basically have to cut man down to 1, and you up barrel. Yeah, you have 3 copies of, so your normal summon becomes barrel, right? And you know it just feels like a Primite deck with a small Odion engine. Like in that version deck, you don't run the Scorpion. You don't really run. You know, you cut down on Anubis. Like it just doesn't feel like an Odion deck. It feels like a Primite deck with an Odion engine in it, and that's just not as fun to me. It's a solid deck. I just think it's just not fun, right? Whereas at least Primite Blue Eyes still feels like a Blue Eyes deck, right? It's like the normal summon barrel is a formality, but you still pop off and like make a ton of Blue Eyes plays. You just have that extra Drill Beam there, whereas this, like the Primite version of this deck just really feels like Turbo Drill Beam. And then, you know, you have some like the Apophis trap monsters to back it up. So I don't like it. You can build it. Will I be showing you a deck profile for Primite Odion? No. Will I be doing a climb on a next season for it? No, probably no. Yeah, so yeah, don't pester me about Primite Odion. Have I seen the deck? Obviously I've seen it. I'm aware of it. I've played it myself at my locals. I don't like it. I just don't. I do not have fun playing that deck, that version of the deck. I have fun playing this deck. Maybe you'll have fun playing Primite Odion. I don't know, but I do not have fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all in the next video. And yeah, feel free to post in the comments if you have any questions about the climb or the deck or whatever. Yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.